Hey everyone, today is Sunday, May the 27th, and Ariel and I are going to be going out of town for about 10 days. So I wanted to do a quick garden update before we leave. Maybe I'll do one when we get back as well. Spent a lot of time the last week or so trying to get the garden ready so that it will flourish and grow while we're gone. And hopefully everything that I've done will have it going. So I'm going to flip the camera around. Where should I start? Let's start over here in the corner. There we go. So you can see the new addition that many of you have not probably seen is I bought on the trip back from Ohio last weekend. I bought some easy straw from the Tractor Supply store. So that's all this stuff. Is supposed to be good for keeping the weeds down, maintaining moisture. So it's really hopefully going to help things out here. So we've got just a couple flowers. I got some volunteer tomatoes here. This is a volunteer tomato as well. They're the small ones. I think there's one hiding in there. This is the dill that comes back every year. Got an eggplant. And then this box has an eggplant tomato there in the corner. And then some basil. Got some more. This is forget-me-nots. But I think in the corner, that says, my marker says that's a forget-me-not, but that frankly looks like an eggplant to me, so we'll see. Got a couple more forget-me-nots up here in what used to be a little water fountain thing that is very old and is now leaking, and so I stopped using it, filled it with dirt, and we'll see what happens with that. Here's one of the 4 grapevines that's going. Here's my raspberry bush. It's looking pretty good. It looks like I've got some raspberries in there. Let's see if I can get in. There we go. A few little raspberries already started. On our trip back, Ariel can never pass up a nice plant, and so he bought a couple of diantha bushes and a hardy hibiscus, which will need to go in the ground for now. They're just going to sit on the table. Here's the other grapevine that I planted this year. So we've got 3 different kinds of grapes. That's one variety, the variety I just showed you, and I've got one more around the corner. The fig trees, I don't know what's going on. So this one finally did produce some leaves. It's got some leaves at the bottom. These other 3, they look like they're going to bud out up there. I really don't know what's going on with them. I thought maybe it was the mulch that I put down, and that it just took too much nitrogen out of the soil, and so I put down nitrogen below the easy straw. So we'll see. Here's the 4th fig tree. It's doing the same thing. This one has some buds here at the bottom. It looks like something's eating this one. This one's eating a little bit. So I don't know what's going on there. In here I planted some asparagus, which I don't see any signs of growth. So my guess is that's a no-go. These are some white eggplants here. These are some onions that keep coming back every year. I've got a pepper plant in here, a basil in there, there's a marigold in there, some strawberries. The strawberries did produce a few strawberries this year. This is the first year for them, so that was good. Here's a tomato plant Get out of the sun a little bit. Tomato plant with some basil there. An Indian eggplant in this one. Another pepper back there. Another pepper in front here. Here's a tomato. There we go. Another pepper here. And then this is the third kind of grapevine that's here. And then out front, we have a couple, or down here, I should say. So down below the tomato in this plant. And then in this one, we have potatoes that I bought containers for. Started the potatoes down low and just kept filling in with dirt as they were growing. When I get back, I will likely mound some dirt as well on the top to add a little bit more dirt around there. So I'll try and mound it up a little bit and see how that goes. So that is the backyard. Try and there we go. So that's the whole backyard. And now we're going to go upstairs. Okay, so I am now on the front porch. This is really more Ariel's domain, although I helped take care of this as well. So I'll flip the camera around here. So we have a new hosta that just went in this year. A few things on the plant stand up here. Some indoor plants that we bring outside. Got no clue what these are. There are tags in there, and I could go look it up for you, but I'm not going to do that. A couple of plants down here. This one's not looking so good. I think it's getting too much water, actually. This one looks great. And then this is a new plant that we just bought as well. We like funky plants. Here's a new plant that we just bought. And then we've got a fern that we bring in and out. And down here, a couple other plants. They weren't doing well up on the shelf, and so we just moved them down here last night to see if a little more sun would help them. I don't know what this is. We'll see. And then we have a whole bunch of hostas that are all kind of scrunched together. A few little flowers in there. I love this vine that grows, comes back every year. It's been here for quite a few years. Over between us and the neighbor, we've got a hosta, got a box that needs to be planted still, a hosta here. I don't know what this is called. It actually died off, and now this is coming back. Another box that needs planted. A couple more hostas. We have an elephant ear. 2 elephant ears. So that one, and then this one's just coming up. This lavender, I'm really pleased with it. So I bought this big lavender with all those shoots last year. It looked like this last year. Let it sit over winter, and it has really sprouted like it's supposed to. And when you touch it, it just smells beautiful. Just beautiful. And then down the steps on this side, we've got some geraniums. Going down the steps. Here's a rose bush that is at its end. Got a rose bush beside it that's just getting ready to start blooming. In here we've got some other hostas and other plants. This needs a little bit of attention right now. Trying to figure out what to do with it. I think the hardy hydrangea is going to go in to that mix someplace. And then if I get down front, I love the hostas here. These have been in for quite a few years. The bird bath that the birds love. And then I love this green stuff. It's just nice and lush. And then we have the azaleas all the way down front that were okay this year. Not quite as vibrant of colors as what they have been in prior years. All right, so let me go upstairs to the balcony. All right, so we're up on the balcony now, outside the master. I'm not supposed to say that, am I? Outside the main bedroom. Be politically correct. So I'll flip the camera around and give you a quick overview here. So you're going to see more of the same. Some eggplants, another eggplant. I don't know what this is. I thought it was a tomato, but now the more it grows, I don't think it is. So not sure what that's going to be. A couple of plants that were inside that are now outside, full of blooms. Got some lilies, I think they are. Another eggplant. So tomato, this is a new tomato basket that Ariel bought for me this year. Some peppers. Here's a pepper. It's kind of getting covered up by some hay or some straw. And there's a tomato, this is a volunteer tomato over here. Another tomato here. Tomato there. There's a tomato down there, it looks like. And the last plant from inside that we bring outside every year. And then this is the bay leaf that Ariel cooks with. So it just came out. It's been inside all winter. And then a couple other annuals that grow back here and have been for quite a few years. A nice little flower up there. Okay, so last stop is my office. All right, last stop is my office. As many of you know, this place used to be flooded with plants. And a lot of those went outside. So although it's gonna look like it's busy, not nearly as busy as normal. So here's the aloe plant. It fell over on me a couple days ago. And so I have it kind of staked up at the moment. It did not, we have one leaf that broke off. So we'll see, I've got to transplant it. I'll do that when I get back. Rhonda's my sister. She gave us this and I'm just not being successful with it, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong. A couple of calamansis. So this calamansi bush here, it's still got quite a few blooms in there. And it's got some tiny calamansis that have started. And then I've got a big calamansi back in the corner that is tall. And if you follow those all the way to the end, you'll see some fruit at the very end there. Didn't think that this one has never produced fruit, so we'll see what it's like. And then I've got just some vines up here. This plant is a retirement gift from the last team that I was working with at the VA. That's from our friend Danny in the corner there. I just bought this one from Ohio. It's a little tropical plant. I liked it because it's got so many ridges in it. And then this is a I can never remember the name of it. It smells like oh wow. What is it, Nathan? It smells like the stuff you rub on your chest. I'll think of the name of that in a minute. And then these are the jasmine that I just put in here. And finally I've got this that has been with me a couple years. So that's all of the plants. I have now set up a water system. So there's a water system that runs water just to this stack right here. And the water system itself is back here in the corner. You can see it down there. Gives them like a minute of water every 12 hours, I think it is. And then I have a separate water system that runs from back here on this one that waters this stuff, and they get 2 minutes of water every 8 hours. And then it's all fed from the water bucket down there. Same thing else, I've got a water system that's hooked up to the hose that will give them water every day. So hopefully, while we're gone, everything will continue to grow and continue to flourish. Hopefully there will be no catastrophes, and hopefully the couple of folks we've asked to come in and look over for things will check on my plants and make sure that they're getting the water they need. That's it. I'll give you an update when we get back from our little vacay. Ciao for now.